Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play the Stanley Parable. When we last left off, we managed to activate the escape pod and jettison ourselves out of the office. And now that I've been standing here for a while, the game commented that Stanley is playing a game about standing for a while. Let's move. Unfortunately...
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I imagine that, I've just broken the attempt at the world record for standing still, but the narrator probably doesn't mind.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Because the narrator is trying to tell a very particular story. And the narrator, I have gathered, does not like it when we do not tell a particular story.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're going to actually go to the boss's office, and we're going to put in some silly codes.
Here's the door, just go.
Wow! You really want me to achieve... I'm going to put the code in. That's not the code. Let's put the code in. 2... No, wrong again. I'm not good at entering codes. I got that entirely wrong, because they haven't given me a cursor. I'll get it. Never mind. We'll just go through. The narrator doesn't seem to want me to do any exploring or deviation. That's fine. We won't do any exploring or deviation at all! We're going straight to the ending! There's no possible thing that we could possibly do to actually not do the ending. That's all! None! None whatsoever. Let's go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
That's ominous. It was ominous last time. Very ominous. Push this button. The lights are on.
Rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yep.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Yep.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh dear. Let's move on. And here we go.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Well, that is a question. But I'm going to spend some time pondering it. For you see, is Stanley truly happy? Is Stanley actually going to dismantle the machine that is keeping everybody here and everything under control? Would Stanley be happier were that not the case? Would he prefer to just go back to pushing buttons? To doing what he's done before? Okay. It would seem like there is a way back that I can go. And with that, we shall head back. I don't think we can escape. But there's this light button here. Aha! What does this do? Party mode! Party, party, party. And this is the party. Success! Victory! Success! Dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, let's dance. Dance, Stanley, dance! Dance for our amusement. Okay, I think we may have got the idea of what's going on there. Let us, in fact, just go and do what needs to be done. That could have been very loud, but that's okay.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Is it? No, it does seem to be I saw someone there! There was someone there! I saw that person!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Was that me? Was that me? That looked like me.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
You're not in the broom closet, are you, me? No, you're not. Alright, let's head up.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's been a long journey, but maybe we'll actually do what the voice actually wants us to do, which is tell the story. Maybe it'll be, what he wants to see.
Here's the door, just go.
Oh, you just don't want me to actually put numbers in or anything. Fine, we'll just put numbers in. Let's see. Just put loads of numbers in. That's not a code. Well, we're gonna do it again.
8.
Oh! Alright. I will get an achievement for that, apparently. Fair enough. Let's actually go and do what the narrator wants. Which is... actually go and achieve things. Actually go and sort out the mind control machine. Actually go and turn it off. This has gone a lot longer than I thought it might. But hey, it's all part of the story, isn't
Stanley
it?
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, he did. You know what else he's going to do? He's going to go push the button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
He will, don't worry. Stanley has the strength to endure and push a few buttons. He's good at that.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Indeed.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Well, let's deal with that. Once and for all, we're actually going to deal with it.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Yep.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Let's go and sort this.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Let's sort it!
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yep.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Oh dear.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
And you'll give me one moment? I'll be right back. I have returned! Let us end this mind control facility. We shall turn the power off, and from there, save everyone. Maybe even myself? Who knows? Who knows?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
After all this time, after all of the failed attempts, we're gonna do what the narrator wants. Off it went. Off it went. I do believe.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it over?
Yes. He had won.
Yay!
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to
Yeah.
him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Yay!
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Yeah.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
And you know what? We're gonna listen to you, narrator. Let's step into the open door. After a moment's hesitation.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yes.
And Stanley was happy.
Good. I actually beat the game! It took a while, but I did it. I did it. And yet, does it ever end? Does it truly ever end? That, folks, was Let's Play the Stanley Parable. There are a few things I've not done, I imagine. A few little Easter eggs here and there, that perhaps one day I may return to. And maybe, just maybe, I might go and play that game where you push the button for 4 hours. Although I don't think I will. Not for a while, anyway. That's 4 hours of me pushing a button. But then again, aren't many games just 4 hours of you pushing buttons? The Stanley Parable was set out there to make a point. The designer wanted to indicate all of the constraints and the rules that people playing games were placed in when they were playing a game, and wanted to see an experiment on what would happen if they were broken, and if things didn't go as you expected. And that was the Stanley Parable. And I think I've no idea why I haven't actually done anything with it. Like, why I never played it all this time. I don't know. And I'm glad I played it now. And I'm glad that I Let's Played it as well. And I think it's a really good game. All that exploration there, you could literally, you could...
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of the game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
But what makes the game more than anything is the narrator. The narration and the writing in this game, I think, is excellent. I mean, in reality, you could probably speedrun this game in minutes. I think there actually is an achievement for speedrunning the game in less than 5 minutes. But is that all the game? No, it's not. There's a lot more to it than just speedrunning it to the end. And I think it's been a great experience overall, for me, to play it. To see Stanley's parable unfold, and more importantly, to see what a game can be. The games are all sorts of things, and this is a game, just like any other. And I think it's a really good one too. A game that talks about games, but is also a game. Curious, is it not? So, that was the Stanley Parable. What will come after this? I don't know. This was pretty much decided to be recorded spur of the moment. I just sat down and went, hey, I want to play a game. And then I decided I'd play this. And so I have. But what will come next? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe someday we will see more Stanley Parable. Maybe someday I will actually play the game where you push a button for 4 hours. Or do a few other random things that are available. I think there are a few more things. But that is it for now. And so, I'm Kikoskia, and this was the Stanley Parable. And as we watch the clock tick ever onwards, you just have to wonder, Stanley. Is it even worth going outside that door? Is it even worth it? There's only one way to find out, and that's to go through. I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.